Happy Thursday! Today is April 16th, 2020, and we're back at it again for another day. Sorry that I am posting so late. Usually I do it right in the morning, but I had some other things I had to do this morning, so I waited a little bit. But we're here. We're back at it. We're going to read Chapter 13 of Among the Hidden by Margaret Peterson Haddix. It's a super short chapter. It's like 2 pages. So we can get through this, and then you can answer the question at the bottom, and we'll have a little discussion, hopefully. So remember last time he was going to go to the sports family's house. Crazy. So let's see what happens. All right. Chapter 13. He had forgotten what fresh air felt like, filling his nostrils and lungs. It felt good. With his back pressed against the house, he stood for a moment, just breathing. All the months he spent inside suddenly seemed like a dream. He'd been like some confused animal, hibernating during nice weather. The last real thing that had happened to him was being called inside when the woods were coming down. Real life was outdoors. But so was danger, and the longer he stayed out, the greater the danger. He forced himself into a crouch and half-crawled, half-ran alongside the house and the hedges and the barn. At the back edge of the barn, he hesitated, staring into the seamlessly endless gulf between the barn and the trees at the boundary between his backyard and the sports family's. Everyone's gone, he told himself. There's not a soul around you. Still he waited, staring at the blades of grass just beyond his feet. He had been taught all his life to fear open spaces like the one right in front of him. It faced dozens of windows. He'd never step foot in any place that public, even if it was deserted. Still hidden by the barn, he made himself inch his foot forward. Then he drew it back. He turned around and looked at his family's house. So safe and secure. His sanctuary. He heard his mother's voice in his head. Luke, inside, now! It seemed so real. He remembered something he had read in one of his old books, in the attic, about telepathy. Supposedly, if people really love you, they could call you out from miles away if you were in danger. He should go back. He'd be safe there. He took a deep breath, looking forward to the sports family's house, then back again towards his own. He thought about returning home, trudging up the worn stairs, going back to his familiar room and the walls that he had stared at every day. Suddenly, he hated his house. It wasn't a sanctuary. It was a prison. Before he had time to think again, he pushed himself off into a sprint, recklessly streaking across the grass. He didn't even stop to hide at any of the trees. He ran straight to the sports family's door and tugged at the screen. It was locked. And that's where the chapter ends. So now, crazy. So now he has a problem. He's done all this. He's left his house. He became so brave. He's doing this. He gets to the house. He tugs on the door. Locked. What is Luke going to do next? I want to know, but I guess we'll find out tomorrow. Today, I want you to tell me, what is the internal struggle that Luke is having in this chapter? So what I mean by an internal struggle is, in his mind, okay, he has 2 options, okay? And it's an internal struggle. He's struggling with something inside of him, right? What is that struggle that you see that he's struggling with? So I want you to type in the comments below what you think Luke's internal struggle is at this point in this chapter, okay? We know the end result is he goes to the sports family's house, okay? But what is the internal struggle that he's battling with during chapter 13? So that's what I want you to write in the comments below. Tomorrow, I'm excited to see what he's going to do next. So I will see you tomorrow for Friday, okay? Hasta luego.